Hello and welcome back to Resident Evil 2. We are now on our way back into the RPD after a little excursion into the parking garage. And let me tell you, I am super excited for this episode because this is... I probably had a couple chances earlier, but this is going to be my first real chance to talk about this game's amazing sound design. Fuck, everything you've heard about it, it's what you're hearing. But we'll get to it later. First, this is the chief's office. It's more than a little creepy. So, surprise, surprise, the chief is in bed with the super shady Umbrella Corporation. Who could have seen that coming? Anyway, Chief Irons' office is, it's a safe house. So, we have an item box here, we've got a typewriter if we need it. I'm not gonna use it, but you may if you want to. There's some supplies strewn about too. I'm just organizing my inventory. I really should not have taken all this stuff. I really don't need all of it. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so, not only is Chief Irons kind of a fucker, he's a really creepy taxidermist, too. And I have my reservations about that last one being a pig. But yeah, all of these trophies, we'll call them, displays, whatever, they are most likely his spoils of the hunt. And look, here's that fucking tiger he caught. Or killed, I guess. Anyway, over here is...
Thank God. The key card.
Over here's the key card we need. But the door is, I guess, locked because we can't... There's no power going to it to open it. We'll just have to keep going. He has a dodo. I'm not sure if that means that he hunted out a super rare species that is extinct, or if there are actually dodos in the Resident Evil universe or what. But yeah, he's a man of his vices, I suppose. Anyway, there's this relief here, and very obviously the heart key is here. Okay, so now we got 2 keys. So we can get out of here. I also just wanted to look at the gunpowder model real quick. So this episode is going to be a bit of a long one just because there's something in this episode that I want to show off. So I thought it'd be best to show it off in all of its unedited glory. People who've played this game will know 100% what I'm talking about. And it's a wonderful moment. So, to get out of here, we gotta use the heart key. So, we have two ways to go. We can go up or down. Also, on the other side of that grate, or the shutters, is the east hallway on the second floor, where, like, the art room is. Hey, that dude's awake. I don't know if you remember, but that's actually the what is it called? The press room from the lower east hallway? Let's get this gunpowder. I think the zombie at the window just broke in. Yeah, he's right there. The smart thing to do would have been to bring a board down to board up that window so he can't get in. But oh well. That writing on the mirror looks suspicious. So, yeah, there's a jewelry box in here. And I'm just gonna wait, because I know something's gonna happen. Got a little concerned, though, because it wasn't happening, so... at some point, I'm just gonna go forward. But if you're going into this room, you don't have to. But if you do, I highly recommend you stick to the mirror. Because the liquor's gonna pop out. If you hop over... I guess, like, hop to this side while the liquor's hopping through, he can't really get you. And as long as you're not running or anything, he'll just go up to the ceiling and leave you alone. Justin Hansen again? Hey, that looks like a safe combination. We should keep that in mind for later. So, this is the other side of the interrogation room, and it's sealed off by the club key, which, you know, we don't really have access to. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think I did. But Leon and Claire both have one key exclusive to their campaigns. Hey, where'd that zombie go? Leon gets the club key, and Claire gets the heart key. So, yes, there will be at least one room that Leon can get to that Claire cannot, and vice versa. So, now that we're up here, we can, let's make a trip back to the safe room and rearrange our inventory a little bit. So, there's an impression on the top of this box that the red jewel fits perfectly in. And inside is the STARS badge. So let's take a look. Looks pretty nice. And there's a little switch on the back that turns it into a USB device. I don't know my tech timeline super well, but I think this might have been around the advent of, or this game might have happened around the advent of USB connectors. Don't quote me on that. Also, if you're playing along, I highly recommend you leave the grenade launcher. You're not really gonna need it. Like, there is a part I will be using it on, but you could honestly probably wait a little bit before taking it out. There is a bunch of stuff up here to collect, though. And boards, too, if you wanted to take them downstairs to board up that window before, going to the interrogation room. Okay, so after a quick trip to the item box, we're gonna check out the east storage room. There's a very large gear in here that's gonna be very important for us later. Also a blue herb, which we can combine with our red and green. Here's another heart key door. So this room here is exclusive to Claire. And hey, look at that, a boxed electronic part. We can also, or these boxes are contain the parts. I don't know why they couldn't just open them by themselves or just give us the parts directly, but here it is, power panel part. Slightly annoyed with myself because I don't have the inventory space for the knife in one of these mannequins here, which I'm told is a reused asset from RE7. But that's okay. I have one trip to the item box later and I have space. Item management is very important. So, I implore you to try to do a better job than I am. That said, let's get a move on. Over here on the roof, there's a blue herb. And I think I'm making another trip to the item box. Yes, I am. So, down this ladder is going to be, this is around where the helicopter crashed. It is, in fact, exactly where the helicopter crashed. More ammo if you need it. This game is incredibly plentiful with ammo. Just don't be super wasteful, and you should be set for the game, honestly. That helicopter's on fire, so we can't get back to the rest of the RPD. We're gonna have to do something about that. But unfortunately, the waters from this pump system is being diverted through the wrong pipes. So let's see if we can figure something out about that. Take your time, be slow. There is a zombie right there. I think she might have noticed. Now she's noticed.
Seriously?
This was a mistake. I should have shot her in the leg a couple more times.
Bastard.
Honestly, the best move was probably just to let her be and go straight to the other side of this little this outdoor area. Also, this guy in the bodysuit, it seems really fast. Or maybe that's just me. Anyway, what we're down here for is to hit the switch. Just a quick survey around here. As you can imagine, that valve redirected the water to the pipe we actually want. So now we can put the fire out. Okay, so now the fire's out, we still have the wreckage of a helicopter in the way, so let's see what we can do about that.
Jesus, stay back!
That works. So this is Mr. X, and he's gonna do his damnedest to give it to us. Originally in the PS1 version of this game, he was exclusive to the second campaign, but now for the remake, he's now part of the main the first campaign. And he is impervious to basically all damage. You cannot stop him. Not even with non-stop pop and stainless steel. You're not gonna win. The most you can do is put him down for like 30 seconds to give yourself a little reprieve. Also, the save in the West office, or the waiting room, was an extended mag for this, which is nice. So, yeah. The way I would usually describe Mr. X is he's a Terminator, and he will not stop until he puts you down. And he actually does chase you around the map, like, persistently. Like, he's really good at it. The people over at Boundary Break, I guess it's one guy, but he actually found out that Mr. X legitimately does patrol the RPD, and it's terrifying. So yeah, he does respond to sound. So don't run, don't fire your guns, and he'll be less likely to find you. This is another portable safe. Any pauses are me getting scratch paper to write this out in. Unlike the combination locks, the portable safe combos are randomized. So the best way I found to do this is just to write down which key is what. There we go. There, now we have the other spare key for the safety deposit room. We're also completely done with the diamond key now, so no need to hang on to that. And since we're in the area, why don't we stop by the STARS office? Oh, did you hear that? Mr. X is basically stomping through the RPD looking for us. This game's sound design is wonderful, and the fact that you can hear him from potentially so far or so close is a testament to how good the sound design is and how good it is at terrifying people. Also, I think I forgot to get the STARS badge. That's fine. We'll just go to the dark room. Just take your time. There's no need to rush. Although, down in the west hallway, there is a new threat that you should be careful about. So if you're following along with my route, and I hope you're not, because my route is not great, this would be a good time to pull out the grenade launcher. Also a good time to develop this film. Third floor locker combination, DCM. We'll go do that later. So yeah, there's a licker in this hallway now, and he's right in the way. So I did the riskier thing to try to put it down, but there's no way Mr. X didn't hear that. Also, this licker didn't die in one flame round shot, which is my chance to talk about the fact that this game has dynamic difficulty, where the better you do, the more damage you take, and the less you deal. And the inverse is true as well. It's kind of a neat system. I like it. I really should have taken the large gear too, I think. I don't know why I took the flashbangs, but yeah, inventory space is at a premium, and there's no way Mr. X doesn't know we're down here now. So I figured, let's hoof it. Okay, so while we're in here, let's open up all the lockers we couldn't. The locker that required both keys, it contains a hip pouch. There's also a knife in here. So, yeah, you want to be extremely careful because Mr. X can and will find you. And I have definitely seen him come into this room before. I'm not gonna lie, hearing him come so close and seeing his silhouette pass through the grate is one of the most terrifying things I've seen in this game. And I'm so happy that happened on my recording. So he's over in the room next door, which is unfortunate because that's where we want to go next. Because there is a heart door over there. Okay, so once the coast is clear, let's go. Okay, so I strongly advise you be quick in this room. I think you can hear why, though. So, I think what happens is there are certain areas in this game where Mr. X is scripted to come out to get you. I believe this is one of them. I think we can hear him now. There he is. So, yeah. I probably could have tried to run ahead, but I figured I'd wait in there because, one of Mr. X's weaknesses is that he does not know how to turn around if he's chasing you. So you can just do the cartoony thing and just kind of juke him around in circles behind, like, a bookshelf or something. It's really silly. I am, kind of kicking myself for not taking the large gear with me on that excursion, but oh well. The reason I ran to this dark room is because he cannot come in here. There's a handful of places where he will not chase you, and the dark room is one of them. So, yeah, he's going the other way, so I think that's a good opportunity to just go up this way. So we want to go back to the STAR's office, and thus also the library through that way. But first, why don't we go check out that locker up here? So the code for this one was DCM. And it gives us submachine gun ammo. I'm taking that, even though we don't have the SMG because, well, the SMG was in the STAR's office. I'm not sure how that zombie got all the way over there, but props to her, I suppose. And now we're gonna open this. The password is cap. This gives us more flame rounds, which is appreciated because those are kind of at a premium, I'd say. So be careful because knock knock, open up the door. He's real. He's ready to give it to us. He's gonna hit us with his full strength. first he's gonna rock us, and then we're gonna roll, and he's gonna try to let us pop. Let it go. Anyway, since he knows where we are, there's no harm in running away. The Stars office is another room where he cannot follow you, which is incredibly weird because I thought he could. Like, I swear my first run, he followed me in here. But in any case, we have the SMG now.
This does not sound like Chris.
That seems interesting. So, yeah, I'm sure our more astute viewers will know what Chris is really up to. Also, don't forget to take the USB key back. We will need it later for another pickup. So, yeah. Let's test the theory. Can he go into the Stars office? Absolutely not. But thankfully, he's not gonna turn around. So we can just walk our way to the other side. Incidentally, Mr. X here is why I decided to take out that liquor from earlier that we walked past. Or the liquor's corpse, rather. Because I don't want to deal with him. And Mr. X at the same time. Anyway, now that we have the jack, we can actually solve this puzzle now. So we lower the bookcase, and now we can move them over. So, we only need to move 2, but I moved all 3. I don't really know why, but it doesn't matter. We now have a bridge. And I realized that I didn't have the large gear. Also, hear that? Mr. X can come into the main hall. And you know what that means? The main hall's not safe anymore. On your second pass through the RPD, the main hall ceases to be a safe zone. Which I think is brilliant, honestly. This game does a whole lot to make sure you never get comfortable. And, so marking the safe zone as a danger zone is an incredible move. I'm sure you could figure out why the main hall is no longer safe. But I'll leave it to you to figure it out. Anyway, this puzzle is solved. I did the groundwork for it a couple episodes ago because I didn't want to have to solve it with Mr. X chasing me. Also, these bookshelves look so weird stacked or put right next to each other. They look like one single unit. Also, Mr. X can climb ladders. So if you thought you could be clever and just make him take the stairs, no such luck. Also, there's a zombie right there, so either leg shot him or just make a hard right into the room. This is the clock tower, and it is completely safe. Zombies cannot come in, and neither can X. I'm just doing my due diligence with these guys to make sure they can't, or they have less of a chance of bothering us later. And there's Mr. X. So, we need the large gear for here. So, we need to start this contraption to bring these stairs down. You don't have to pick up the gear. In fact, if you don't have enough inventory spaces, like, you only have... With the gear, your inventory spaces are full. I would recommend you don't actually pick it up, so you... so you don't have to play inventory Tetris any more than you have to. Because there is another puzzle piece upstairs that we need. And naturally, this big gear is not going to fit in this tiny spot. You can see the electrical part we need right there. So if you don't have enough inventory space, I would say leave the large gear downstairs, come up here to take the small gear, and then bring it down to put that in its spot downstairs. There's nothing else up here, so let's move back down.
That worked.
You know, the first time I played this game, I thought that Mr. X would hear the bell ringing and immediately bolt into the room because you made such a huge noise. But there is no space to really try to avoid him here, so I'm glad there are a couple of rooms where you don't have to bother with him. Also, I love that the message up there changes when you inspect the power part. So, showing off that I cleaned out most of the RPD, there's a room in the back. Well, it's less of a room, more of a hallway. But there's a hallway in the back of the clock tower you could run down if you wanted to get the first large gunpowder in the game. It basically functions as a double gunpowder, so you can use it to make handgun ammo or acid rounds. You just get double. And on the other side of the third floor main hall from the clock tower is the east side security, not security, storage room. So it's a nice little shortcut that takes us back to here. And now that we are here, let's do a little bit of inventory management. Gonna fill up on handgun rounds. If nothing else, I'm going to take the other power panel part out with us. And let's do it. Also, yes, this room is also safe for Mr. X. Oh, there he is. He's just gonna go downstairs, that's fine. We don't need to worry about him anymore. So we put the power panels in, and then we have to play basically pipe dream to solve this, to actually get the power going. Yeah, so you want this like weird W-shaped thing, I guess. But hey, we can get this key card now.
Hello?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.